Hey traders, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to take you through step by step how you can start to improve on your trading using a simple methodology, a simple strategy. I've shared with you guys this strategy on the channel, but some of you are sending me messages saying you're getting stopped out, you're not getting profitable trades, you're struggling, you're doing this and that. And it seems like ever since you got into this kind of trading, you are simply sinking with the boat, and that is not good. So in this video, I am going to lay down a path that you're going to follow to trade this strategy correctly. So be sure not to skip the video, but watch it from the beginning to the end so that you don't miss anything that I'm going to share here that's going to be of value. And if this is sounding good for you guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and give me your comments down below. And also guys, be sure to use a link in the description to sign up with Smart Algo. You'll get good signals on TradingView for you to be able to take your trading to the next level. Right now they are running a discount, so please check them out. Link is in the description of the video. Thank you guys, and let's get onto the chart now. You've been struggling with trading, mostly trading the one candlestick strategy, which I'm going to share with you guys here on the channel. Some of you have been telling me you are getting stopped out, you are struggling to get entries, you are doing this and that and it's not working. You're asking me which pairs work well with this strategy. Now I'm going to try to answer all those questions in this video. Please stick around the video, don't skip, and also share this video, give a like on the video so that it can do well with the YouTube algorithm to help other traders like you are struggling to find at least something that can help them here, guys. Thank you for that. All right, so you're struggling with trading, okay? Since you got into trading, it seems like you got into a boat with holes under it, all right? And you're in the middle of this lake or this ocean, and every time you place a trade, it seems like you are placing more holes in the boat. Let's assume this is the boat, and maybe you are in here, all right? This is the boat of trading. This is the ocean, let's assume, and you are this trader right here. You are in this boat here. So what you're doing is that every time you're placing a trade, you're putting a hole. That trade is putting a hole under this boat every time you are trading. And so what is happening is that every time you take a loss, the boat sinks faster and faster under the ocean, and that puts you in panic mode. You start to panic, right? And you're wondering what is really happening with you as regarding trading. In this video, I want to see how I can help you to solve this problem or this dilemma that you've gotten yourself into. And I'm going to do that in very, very simple steps. I hope you will be able to stick around with the video, because some of you guys like to skip around the video and then you start asking questions in the comment section, questions which I have already answered in the video. You ask them again in the comment section because you didn't watch the video from the beginning to the end. You just skip the video because you want to reach that point where you want to see the things that you want to see. But it's very important to watch the video from the beginning to the end, because it's not just that I like to talk. I like to explain these things more clearly in detail. So if you follow what I tell you from the beginning to the end, you'll be able to get what you're looking for in this strategy. Let's get started with this, right? Shall we? When you come into trading and you've discovered, for example, this one candlestick strategy, I want you guys to stick to that strategy. Don't keep on changing. I see some of you guys try to tweak the strategy, you try to improve the strategy, you try to put in your own spin into the strategy, and you end up causing the strategy to deviate from its original rules, which I actually designed to see that the strategy can be able to work for you. You end up deviating from those rules, and that is why you get into problems when it comes to trading the one candlestick strategy or any other strategy that you might find on the internet, right? So what I want you guys to do is I want you to stick to this strategy. Follow the rules step by step. And if you're going to watch this video until the end, I'm going to be giving out some nuggets from time to time as the video goes on, so that you can be able to pick out some important information that will also test whether you are attentive or you're just a person who likes skipping around videos. All right, when you're trading the one candlestick strategy, we know in essence that when a candle closes bullish like this in an uptrend, let's assume that this is a 20 period moving average. trade right here. So when we see that the candles above the 20 period moving average like this, and the most recent candle that has closed is bullish like the way you see it here right now, what you are thinking about, or what collective market psychology thinks, is that the next candle after this one here is also going to be a bullish candle. So what you're going to trade, you as a trader, is that you're going to trade the continuation of this candle here, but you are going to wait for it to pull back. You're waiting for this candle, the next one, which is going to open after this one. You're waiting for it to pull back below that line. You want to trade below this line here, this red line. That is the area you want to trade within. Okay, so when the next candle opens, that candle might do something like this. The next candle might move up like that, and then you want to wait for it to give us a pullback near this line, or inside, preferably inside of this area here, for us to take a trade from there. Okay, so we're looking to take a trade inside of this space here between these two red lines. So I want you to follow step by step what I'm telling you. If you implement this step by step, you'll see no reason why your trade should always stop you out. You want to look for entries there and look for at least a 1 2 2, something like this. This is what you are trading with when you're using the one candlestick strategy. Now, some of you like to tweak things. Some of you want to say you want to wait for an order block, you want to wait for a fair value gap inside here. I've seen some of you adding some of those things, some ICT concepts into this. But the more you start adding in those strategies from ICT or SMC, the more you're going to complicate this strategy. This strategy is meant to be very simple, beginner friendly. It is also meant to help experienced traders who are struggling to find their edge. This strategy is basic and simple. You don't have to introduce complicated rules to it. So just trade the rules that I am showing you here. When the previous candle is bullish like this and it is above a 20 period moving average, mark that candle's close, mark that candle's low, wait for the next candle that's going to open to pull back inside of this area between those two red lines that you have drawn, and then inside here wait for a candlestick formation that shows you a bullish continuation. So you want to wait for the next candle to pull back inside just like this, okay? And then the confirmations you're going to get are candlestick patterns. You can get like an inverse head and shoulder for you to take a trade going up. You can get a break of market structure. Like now here you see like this formation would be inverse head and shoulder. You can find a double bottom like this if the market creates a double bottom and then gives you a bullish engulfing for you to enter, right? Now, some of you have been entering when there is no confirmation for you to enter. For example, you enter when there is a small bullish candle that has formed. And then you say, okay, that is a confirmation for me to enter, and you enter, and then you get stopped out, right? Some of you have also not been entering based on the moving average. I told you when the market pulls back inside here, it has to break below the moving average like this. And then the next time it breaks above the moving average like that, when the moving average crosses below the price, that is when you start looking for entries. If you follow these rules, you'll barely get a problem with this strategy, right? And then here you target a 1 to 2. Follow these rules strictly without ever trying to tweak them or change them to your own way. So let's look at how to gauge which time frame you're going to be entering in, okay, based on this strategy. That is also a question that so many of you have asked me in the comment section down below. You've asked me, when do I enter, what time frame do I use, and all that. So I'm going to give you a breakdown here so that you can be able to understand. So if this is a 4-hour candle, your entry time frame is going to be on the 5 minutes chart. If this is a 4-hour higher time frame that you have marked, your entries are going to be on the 5-minute chart like that. If that is a daily chart, your entry is going to be on the 15 minutes chart like that. If this is a weekly chart, your entry here is going to be on the 1-hour chart. That is how you trade this strategy. If this is a weekly candle, you enter on the 1-hour chart. If this is a monthly chart, you're going to enter here on the 4-hour chart like that. So those are the time frames you have to use in unison or in combination. You combine those two time frames when you're taking your entries. Some of you were asking me, does this work on crypto? Does this work on indices? And my answer has always been, it works as long as that instrument has candles. The way you see candles like this, this strategy will work. Let me give you a step-by-step procedure that you're going to follow to trade this strategy. And from today, I want to see you guys in the comment section talking about how you are becoming more successful trading this strategy, right? I want to hear you guys say, at least now I understand the strategy better. Okay, I want to hear those kind of comments in the comment section down below. Okay, so this is what you're going to follow. Here we are looking at a day trading setup from the 4-hour chart. Want you to follow this step by step. Go on the 4-hour chart. Check the current trend on the 4-hour chart. If it is a bullish trend, meaning the market is creating higher highs and higher lows, or if there is a recent break of structure to the upside, then you know that the market is going up. The easiest way is to use the moving average. For example, if the moving average has crossed below the price like this, you know it is an immediate bullish trend. Once you've discovered that is happening on the 4-hour chart, then you check if the most recent closed 4-hour candle on the 4-hour chart, the most recent closed one, not the one which is open and still printing. Use the candle that has just closed. Immediately it closes, you do your markings, okay? Check if that candle is bullish. In a bullish trend, only mark the bullish candles. So for a bullish candle, you mark its close on top, mark its low at the bottom, and draw a zone in the middle there. I like to call mine a purple zone here like this. Extend it forward so that you have some space for you to be able to trade on. All right, so here you can name it whatever you want to name it, but mine, I call it the tradable zone. So this zone here is going to be the zone you're going to look for trades in on a lower time frame. So on a 4-hour chart, you go down to the 5 minutes chart and wait for the next candle after this one has closed. When this one has closed and you've marked it, the next candle that opens, wait for it to pull back inside of this zone like this, the way you see this illustration, and then look for confirmations inside of here to go long. Guys, if you want to know how to gauge candlestick confirmations, I have a full video on candlesticks. I'll leave it at the end of this video. You go and watch it. Maybe to help you to understand how candlesticks form and give you more knowledge on how to get good entries using candlesticks. So inside here, you're going to be using candlestick confirmations and also a 20-period moving average. You want to wait for the market to break above the 20-period moving average. When the market comes down here, the 20-period moving average will be above the market like this, something like this. So the next time when the market breaks above the 20-period moving average, like the way it did here, then you start looking for bullish confirmations like a big bullish engulfing candle. Maybe you'll see a market structure break around there. For example, maybe this area here, the market breaks this previous high and then continues up. Then you can be looking for your entries around there, and then you target a 1 to 2. So that is how you look for entries within this tradable zone on a lower time frame. Don't at any one moment just jump into a trade randomly. Wait for a confirmation with a bullish engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle if you're selling, 3 white soldiers, 3 black cross, double top, double bottom, those chart patterns that you know. You can even use the pennant here or a rising flag, falling flag. You can use all those patterns within here to find a confirmation for you to go long. Don't just jump into a trade just because the market has broken above the moving average, then you say, okay, now let me jump in. No, make sure you confirm that the trend is now reversing to continue bullish. That is the procedure you are going to follow step by step, the way I've told you guys here, for you to get entries here. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that this strategy has a win rate between 60 and 70%. Okay, sometimes it reaches even 80% when the market is really trending and the conditions are really favorable. But most of the time it has a 60-70% win rate, which is a win rate which is very, very okay for you to be able to be profitable. You don't need to win 100% of the time. So there are some days when you'll take trades and you'll lose those trades, the market will reverse on you, and there are days when you'll take trades and the trades will go straight to take profit. So you have to keep that in mind, right? So this is how you trade this strategy. I believe that any beginner, any trader who can follow what I've told you here will be able to succeed. I've got a lot of feedback, positive feedback, guys. If I was to show you guys my WhatsApp messages or show you the emails I receive from people who have changed their lives using this strategy. Actually, you'll be amazed. This strategy is simple and it is easy to implement. You don't have to risk all your money on this strategy, no, but you can trade this strategy and to help you to improve on your edge, guys. All right, guys, so let me not make the video way too long. I want you guys to go and practice this. Try to implement this on your chart. Back test it. Some of you asked me to show you this on the Indian market, show you this on Japanese market, show you this on what market. But guys, I cannot show you all those things because the requests I get from you guys are so many. They're in thousands of comments, okay? So I can't reply or I can't like help everybody at once. I can't do that, right? You can do your due diligence and go and back test. Don't wait for me to come and do the back test. Just use the same rules here. Go on your chart in the Indian market like Nifty and Bank Nifty for India, and then you backtest it. Don't wait for me to do it for you. Backtest it. If you love trading, backtest it yourself, and then you can come here and tell us, give us the results and tell us, okay, backtested it on Nifty or Bank Nifty India, and it works very well. That is one thing I wanted to point out to you guys. If you've been around the video for this long, thank you, and also don't forget to subscribe, guys. Share this video. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Peace and out.